All right, I'm in for the Aries. We're now working on fire here. Aries Spirituality. Checkpoint. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit. I have the Isis cards. I have a planetary card I'm going to save till the end. But Isis card overall, the energy for, how do you say, for the season. Okay, so the Isis card I have is Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. So we may be activated quite highly here in the light direction. I feel like this graphic is really saying to Aries, welcome. You are invited to come with us on this train, right? Choo choo, everybody, choo choo. Portal of Light. Here we go. I'm going to read, and then I'll give you what I get after. Yeah, it is only the physical reality that is bound by time and space. You're being conscious on levels beyond the physical. You're guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space, and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You're not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. So growing in power and awareness, you have had breakthroughs, insights where you realize that you are not who you thought you were. You are, in fact, a much vaster being. Sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times, it was gentle and made much sense to you. You are learning to integrate an awareness of your vast self into your life. The practical consequences of doing so are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity, to become more detached and more passionate, more loving and less demanding, to need less, receive more, feel more joy, and exert less force to attain it. Such wonderful gifts await you. So I really do feel through the whole thing there, as I was going into the work area, the energy was morphing out of our ego and into a true spirituality. Because the ego truly does block our instinct from coming forth. If we do not rise above our ego, it will lead us down the wrong path every time. I feel like the Aries is somehow going to realize this over this season. We're going to get into a mode here where we are overcoming, we're dropping, the ego is dissipating, and there's a more powerful being coming forth to show itself, and that is of light, of integrity, of purity. So this is what I get from here. Really good potential is just how we choose to exude it outward is really going to be up to each individual Aries, and I feel like that can splatter in a lot of different directions, but so far there's hope here. We can go in the right way. Okay, we're getting to the pyramid energies. First card. Wow. Let go of the old. And what is this a symbol of? The ego transforming. I do not look at these cards before I shuffle. I just go with the energy. It's right on cue here. Very precise. I feel like the universe is targeting these Aries. Okay, enough now. Enough play. We got to get down to business, right? Because dealing in our ego, we running around, but it's not from the right spot. It's not warming us from the right area. And I get very highly, we're working into that field quite, and that was very, very highly depicted in the career reading that I did here. Just finished that one. Very much transforming into a better energy field. This is good. Awesome. 5 of Earth. Yeah, see, look at that. A waterfall, right? And when we talk about elements, water is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. They are quite deep in the emotional center. This is how we're going to get there. We're going to dive deeper into our emotional field, release our selfless ego or selfish ego. Selfish. and become selfless and deep into our emotional pool a little more. And this will help things. Now, if give me a minute. The card always has these little elves that are, because they're there, right? They're all watching the water and they're kind of scared. They don't want to jump in because it's tumultuous, right? It can take you away in areas that, again, away from the ego. So it's all good. I mean, we need a certain amount of it, and I'm sure the Aries will have that left. But for the most part, we need to bring our emotions in to balance out some things to go forward quite powerfully. And the next card we get is the Four of Earth. Yeah, this is like Taurus energy to me. This guy's holding up that last brick. Now, if he lets go, everything's going to crumble. And that's the sense I get if the Aries still walks down the line with their ego running the show. If the ego's driving the bus, we're going to have a brick wall. We're going to hit a brick wall. It's inevitable. So we don't want to do this. We want to infuse our emotions in a little bit, transform that ego into something different, which is, pride and grace and humility. I can spell it right out. And as we do this, he'll be able to, they're showing me him letting go and everything just stays. It's in place. It's almost like a big pillar gets over the top to hold everything steady. He doesn't have to hold it up anymore because he's getting torn and tattered, right? I mean, his arms there are bruised up, bleeding. He can't do it. His head, there's stuff leaking there too. He's, his hands are hurting. And that's that. It may be a false personality. It may be, just our ego fluffing, and it's just not feeding us the way it used to, that kind of thing, not giving us the rewards. So there's something here having to do with that in our field. We need to drop it, transform it, not drop it altogether, but, transform it. Instead of those bright, we go into a muted and more conformed feeling. Again, humility, adding that to the mix, and emotional centers coming in. It's all good stuff. Okay, so that's the head of the pyramid. That's really the energy that's going to be gliding us instinctively forward, infusing more emotion, transforming the ego to something more softer, and also watching for any kind of energy here where we're holding things up that just don't need to be held up any longer. And I get a sense of false personality there is what I'm getting. Now, next card. Show that you care. Again, emotional field here. Because the more we remove our emotions, the less we interact with people, the less. It just gets more destructive as we go backwards. So really emphasizing, go outward to those that we care about. We understand the Aries is quite bold and everything, but go to those who you are of like mind, those who you enjoy being with, and amplify that. If you don't care for someone, just don't go there. Don't force yourself on others. This may be where that false personality is coming from. We're trying to force ourselves in areas that we don't belong. So they're going to keep that in mind. Then we have the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands. Well, what do you know, right? Fire, that's their element. And new directions that we want to take action. It's kind of a mix of universal energies pushing us to go in new directions, to show that we care and we can do things on a different level than all business, or they're giving me the word punishment. No, just a minute. May have had a lot of instances like this in our field here where either we felt punished by others or we were punishing others in our field. They're going, this needs to go. We need new outlets with new people, new connections. And I feel quite highly in the career this is coming. So that's good news. But nonetheless, I feel all those little things, those things coming out, little trails. It's like those are new gateways that want to come in to open your field to people that you care about, one, and people that inspire you, two, right? Go in those directions. Don't force yourself on people that don't care about you. Might be a problem with that here somewhere. Next card is the Mother. So that could be a mother figure, maternal figure, someone who may be pregnant. We could have pregnancies abound here. Yeah. See, the Ace of Wands usually doesn't give that to me. It'd be the Ace of Cups, but they're showing me like this could be like an embryo that's growing, you know. So we may be having this. We may even have four-legged, meaning we may be introducing pets to the family, this kind of thing. But nonetheless, it's like an expansion going on. Again, I'm reverting back to that career reading quite highly. I feel like there's just a lot of flux going on for these Aries. We could be adding to our family. We could also be in the midst of a lot of change overall, not only within ourselves, but outwards of us and in our people that are around, all of it. So a huge change coming for the Aries is really what I get. Okay. Next card, share your thoughts. So that is about communications. Going forward to communicate with those that we feel we need to. Again, they're really highlighting this energy. Don't go in directions where we're not wanted. This may be a lesson for someone that they're just having a stubborn time learning. Don't go to people that we're not in agreement with. Don't force ourselves into an energy we don't fit. So we need to realize what our energy is. We need to go where we fit. Somebody here trying to force themselves in a direction does not energetically match. They're just going to explode things. They're just going to have chaos and havoc. I feel like they're not going to listen. I don't think they're going to get access to this reading, but there's a frustration level up there, no less. They're going, it's ridiculous. There's no reason to go here. Stop it. Reroute. So, I don't know. Next card. 15, there's the Devil, right? That's that energy. There's a need to speak, but the problem is here we may have an Aries speaking from the wrong side of the tracks, or maybe this is what we got and now we're matching that, you know, and anteing up. Yeah, there's someone here we need to speak to quite highly. The problem is I don't think they'll ever get in a field where we can be in agreement. We have an ego battle, absolutely, here. Things need to be said to this person. I feel a stubbornness from the Aries side. We do not want to talk to them. They do not deserve, We've either been battered down by them, or, you know, there's so much back and forth. We don't know where it started or who started the war, but it's ending here with the Aries is the sense. Yeah, a lot of dark energy there. It's just bitterness and resentment towards another that we just can't seem to. And again, I'm getting that feeling that we need to kind of get along here, but I don't see that happening through these cards. Okay, next. 9 of Air. Now, again, this is about the mental mindscape. To me, again, I'm not traditional. I go with the vibration. Now, this woman is tapping in. She's got the sword of truth pointed down. Again, no speaking, and that is anti-intuitive. They're going, no, we need to speak from our truth. But this is their choice not to do this. Now, again, look at the eyes. One is it's almost like animal and human mixed. So it's like two sides of being here. And I get there's two sides of the story. And again, we're fighting for our side. And I need to communicate that to the other person. Again, I don't feel, I feel high resistance to this. I don't know who's worse. You or the opponent that you're after, both in the same boat here, spitting things back and forth. It's just nothing good can come of this. But there's a transformation that wants to happen in the mind, in the way that we think, and the way that we perceive things. The perception card come out, and they just showed me that when I was shuffling. It flipped over, and they showed me that, and I'm like, yeah, it applies here. They're like, yes. Our perception is off. Why? Because we may be in hatred and resentment, and if we can't get through that, we can't get to what we need to deal with this person. But nonetheless, there's new patterning that's going to happen in our psyche, is the sense I'm getting. instinctively, universally, this kind of thing. Now, the Aries has made up their mind to a certain degree. As time goes on, the universe is going, that's okay, we can whittle that away. We can whittle that away. And over time, it will dissipate. We just have to go along with the program. And they're going, at this point, there's outright resistance. So the sense they're giving me is this Aries in this spiritual energy that I'm picking up on is highly resistant to any instinct that's coming down telling them to do something or be something here. And the sense is to communicate with someone they just do not want to communicate with, to set things straight, set it right in some kind of way here. I feel like the Aries, again, we're up in our ego. Like if I go in here, I lose, and I'm not a loser, and that's the way it goes. And this is the devil energy. So again, the universe is going to work on chipping that process away and turning it into something over time here, and then eventually we'll go forward. Our life is kind of they're going, yeah, it can stay stagnant for some will be stubborn, but they will be blocked from their future until they deal. It's almost like a past issue here that needs to be dealt with, and it's not being dealt with in the right way. It's being dealt with in an Aries way, but this is not the way that we go forward. So the universe is going back in the corner and wait until so it's almost, I don't know, again, this could be two separate energies, could be the same. There's a mutation that wants to happen in our mind frame. A lot of our thoughts are going in the wrong way. There's truth here that needs to be communicated. It's high resistance. Next. This is energy that can be batted away quite easily. First card, see the truth. What do you know? We do not want to see this because we may have to take responsibility for something or someone or whatever scenario here. Something here stopping, high resistance to want to see the truth. So we made up a drama in our mind, and we're going forward with that, is the sense I'm getting. Next card is transformation, that it will happen whether we listen to the truth, whether we act from the truth, or whether we're in delusion. The transformation is going to happen, no less. And that is highly universally driven. The next card we have is the Two of Earth. And that talks about juggling things, new things in the air here. Give me a minute. There's something here we don't want to look at, okay, highly. There's a transformation that needs to happen. I feel like that's attached to this card. Transformations are starting to open up. We're starting the eggs are starting to get thrown at us, and we're refusing to see that. I feel like this may be an opportunity coming at us. If we refuse to see these opportunities, they will not be there for us in the future. I feel like that is the path they're going to take. It is the hard path. But, we warned you. That kind of thing is what they're giving me a sense of here. We're warning you. There's paths opening up here, several. At this time. Now, are we dependent on something else to a fault that's going to trip us up in the future? This is the feeling I'm getting. But again, this is on the edge. So this is energy we could tap into and thwart that. We could look at the truth and transform and then take the opportunity. This could happen. But the energy I'm getting is the possibility that it may not. Depends on the Aries action that they take. What is set in stone here? What is fated? We have know your power. I'm getting a warning sign here. We may not feel this opportunity and transformation that we want to take forward here. We may not feel ready for this. And they're going, no, we know your power, and the opportunities wouldn't come if we weren't ready for them. It's a perfect match. That kind of thing is the sense I'm getting. Next card. Seven of Fire. Give me a minute here. I'm going to look for that. Above. Yeah, I don't even have to look. There's concern here. Give me a moment. It's like, do I deserve this or don't I? Is what I'm getting. What's the third card? Heaven and Earth. Okay, I'm going to look up that card there. Seven of Fire. Excuse me. Uranus. Exciting times. Expect the unexpected and enjoy the ride. Now, I'm getting concerned from this guy. Like, you need to know your, like, almost like that warning signal I was getting. Expect the unexpected. Yeah, there may be something here. We decided that our life is going to go in a certain way. This is not so. I mean, this can change at the drop of a hat. Again, it's in an area that we're just not going to realize no matter until it hits. But heaven and earth, I feel like heaven and earth is about the Aries being grounded in reality and their dreams, the difference between their dreams and the way they want things to go and the reality and where they should go. And I feel like we're a little off here, but again, our instinct is shouting at us, so we just need to jump on that train and we can ride it all the way home. But there's a stubbornness or ego that's kind of getting in the way, and it's going to trip us up for a long time because the damage from this is going to be substantial. So the sense here is, now if we're talking in career, because I just finished their career, it wasn't in the reading there. It was all kind of good. I mean, we had some bumpy road in the beginning, but we're off to a good area. But if I were to translate this energy into a career, it would say, take the promotion, because if you don't take the promotion, you may get demoted after the fact, and then that other job will be filled, and then we're done. Like, we can't make things work. So the sense here is there's going to be avenues opening up in certain areas to give you a lifeline, universally trying to help you. We may have our ego in a place we don't want to accept that. We don't want to go or whatever for whatever reason, but it would be in our best interest here. But nonetheless, there's exciting things coming. And I feel like this is the center, the fate. And the center card of the center is the expect the unexpected. There's a difference between what we want and what we need and what is here for us. There's a huge difference there. We got to bridge that gap quick. Because if we don't get on the board there, we're going to lose a lot more than just our pride. Here is really the warning. So hopefully that helps you. There's openings here. We kind of need to jump. And I don't feel it's anything that really is not something that we kind of, like I'm saying, well, we don't want to go to. We don't want to because we're depending on something else working out. But they're going, no, that ain't going to work out. That's why we're giving you the lifeline to take another direction, because this one ain't going to last, is really the sense I'm getting. So hopefully that helps someone down the road. Okay. On the right side is stay strong. Yeah. There's a sense here we may have a lot of doubts and whatnot. Is not to get all up in our head about things. Just stay strong and stable. When those options, if we are aware of our atmosphere, again, on the grounded earth, watch how much in our dream time we are, how much we're shooting for the future. We got to be in reality and take note of everything in our reality. Stay strong in that and you'll do okay. 5 of Air. Yeah. That is a lifeline. Reading the palm, your future lies in the lines of your palm. It's almost like laying out the lines of your future. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to, and again, our perception may be different than the universal, but the universal can see more down the road than you can perceive. Problems, they can see obstacles, they can So they're trying to get you on a train that's nonstop to your goals. And if we choose the direction that we could get tripped up in here, we may choose something that just kind of goes down the road a little bit and then stops altogether. And there's no options there. And then we're lost. And that's the sense I'm getting, is we just can't go very far. So we have to really take into account here, our instinct is going to save us. If we're not on our instinct at this time, it is very troublesome because it will trip us up here. We need to be instinctive in our choices forward because they're really screaming it at us. This is our way forward, and they're trying to get you where you want to go at the quickest direct route, but it's not in agreement with what you think. But you don't know what's ahead. So this is what they're overshooting at. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. It's like that is what they're telling me, but I don't know if it's getting through here. Next card is the counselor. Yeah, we may have someone that we maybe either need to talk to about all this stuff. They go, we would suggest you do that, get other opinions than just ourselves. Don't go half-cocked off one opinion. Get a group of people around you that are of like mind, and well, not even like mind. It's just people that are thinking about your future. Their opinion may, in this case, actually work to help us fine-tune it, right? Because the sense here is we're not in touch with our intuition at all. And we can get tripped up by going, in one way or another for whatever reason that's not going to serve us. So they want you to go outward and get people's opinions so that you say, yeah, you know what, this one, and then take it all into account and then go forward. Because that might help you find your way better. Okay, wow. Heavy. Again, the Aries is always heavy. Planetary card we get is Eclipse in Cancer, talking about acceptance. Interesting energy. It says an emotional phase or domestic development. The energy I'm getting from here is we may have to accept things, because I feel like this is really going to be a lesson for the Aries in intuition. This may be a groundbreaking one for them in this way, because they may not go in the right way, but they'll know after what their intuition was because of this. They may have picked something for other reasons, money or what they say their gut, but is actually their need for stimulation, this kind of thing. Going off in that way, it's going to sting us quite highly. But this is the lesson they needed to learn in order to connect with their intuition. So those that might be on the higher level here of instinct, they may catch it. But I feel for the majority, like they're going 75%, not going to catch it. And it is because we're disconnected, and this is to get us connected. It's simple as that. Again, the portal of light, that's the offerings of instinct that they're giving you. We're there. We're screaming at you. We're making you see, but we're just not wanting to accept that as a valid way forward. Give me a minute here. The eclipse in Cancer, that's about, I'm getting compassion as well. We may have to get in our compassionate zone in order to see a little bit of that. Yeah, I feel like it's going to change our domestic life, our life at home. So again, if we lose our job or we don't get the job that we want, we will be at home more, or we will be, at the job more, this kind of thing. An eclipse in Cancer, that's interesting. They made it look like career. Just give me a minute here. The eclipse in Cancer is about stop and start energy. Cancers like to be at home. They like to be in one spot. They like to stay put and feel safe. Aries, this is out of their territory. But the instinct here is to drive us to where we want to go through, the Aries is going to see it as a non-direct route. They figure they're going to go this way. It's going to get them there quicker. And the universe goes, no, we're way up here. We can see the roadblock 500 miles down the road that you can't see. But we're giving them instinct. But if they don't take it, that's all we can do. So this is kind of what I'm getting. Again, the portal of light is that connection of spirit to guide you. Use it more often. Utilize it more often in non-efficient, or not non-efficient, in non-essential areas. Use it where you don't, job's not on the line, or, home's not, or something's not on the line. Use it in those areas so that you get to bring up your barometer there, because it's really, I'm feeling the Aries just not connected, and therefore they're going to miss out on a huge opportunity to fast track them forward. And if they miss it, they're going to be stopped altogether and no opportunity to gain, or they're just going to go really, really slow and eventually stall later down the road. But it's going to not really be as productive as they want it to. But again, I don't know what's hinging. I'm getting a lot of ego and battles in that way and resistance to stuff. Now, we started the beginning of the pyramid. I got to go back here because they're telling me, where did we start? We started the beginning, right? With the ego. Let go of the old. Let go of the ego and we'll see straight. Connect to our emotional center. This will help. And, you know, again, I'm getting two-faced. Beware of who we are to everybody and become more unified in who we are, but also quit trying to make things work all on your own and accept help when it is needed. This may be part of that as well. Wow. So that is the Aries. Again, Aries never disappoints. they're always up in it. So that is your reading for over the holidays. I hope it helps someone. Again, I don't know if they're going to get the info, but if they do, it can really be life-changing. Kind of expect the unexpected, and away you go. So that is the reading. Okay, so I will be back in here for love, and I'm just going to keep motoring until I can't go no more. But again, if you're interested in any, after the new year, if you're interested in any healings or whatnot, I'll be having that in my Infinity Room page, whatever. Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. So join in there over this season. I'll be there in the new year. And if you're up for energy healings or whatnot, then I'll see you in there. Oh, nice hair. So in the meantime, take care, have fun, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, have a drink on me, we'll take care, have fun, and be kind.